To paint this demonstration, I'm just painting on some black card and I'm using rich gold. I've just put some gold paint into my very well used palette, so I've got neat gold paint there and I've got gold paint here which I'm going to be watering down. I'm going to be using a size 6 paintbrush and I've got very little paint on my paintbrush because I just want some shadowed bamboos in the background. So to do the bamboo, I'm just taking my brush, wiggling it a wee bit and then pressing down and lifting it and wiggling it, and then the next one leaving a bit of a space, just wiggle it a wee bit so it's a wee bit wider than your paintbrush, and then down again and once again lifting up and just wiggling so you've got a space. Wiggle down, and because I want these ones to be a little bit transparent in the background, that's why I'm not reloading my paintbrush, because I like to have them a little bit not so solid with paint. So that's one of the branches. And then we're just going to add some leaves to it. Now the leaves are always only in between the spaces here, so I'm just going to add a few leaves. So they normally go off on little stems. So I'm just putting my paintbrush down and then just turning them. You can put as many leaves on as you want. I like to do the leaves in the background because these ones will probably all be covered by the front picture that I'm going to be putting on as well, but at least they're in place. So I'm going to do another one with the liquid watered down gold paint. Once again, just rubbing the brush. Leaving your space. And then putting the leaves on again. So those are my two pretty transparent, not very solid paint. Now for the next ones I'm going to be using the neat paint But what I'm going to be doing is I'm only going to be putting paint on the side of my brush so that the center is pretty much empty. So just like that. And then we start with the more solid bamboo once again. And I'm going to put one more in. Turn my page a wee bit. So now these ones in the front, which are more prominent, I'm going to be using solid gold for these ones. And then add your leaves. So we've just put that one in and that one in, so I'm going to be adding some leaves to these two. And that's pretty much all that you need to do to paint bamboo by using one colour, and I've only used the gold. And some of the bamboos, they've got a very, very, very thin little like shoot, kind of thinner than the actual bamboo. So I'm just going to add one to go a bit like that. So holding it, my paintbrush upright to get a very, very thin tip going. And I'm just going to do a really, really small bit here because it looks a bit vacant there. So just once again, wiggling, pulling it down, lifting and down. I like to keep my paintbrush quite dry. Then it stops you having accidents when you load your paintbrush and you put too much paint on the back like there. When you paint, you're going to get a big smudge. So try and keep your paintbrush so that you've got nothing at the back here. And that's the way I paint my bamboo. So looking at it from a different angle, that's what the bamboo looks like. Hope you found this helpful.